Well, hi everyone. So obviously the club can't come together just now, so hopefully we're all staying safe and hopefully you're all still healthy too. So this was an idea of something that we could have done at the club, but now that we're all separated, we could maybe work on it on our own. If you could think of it as homework, you see the amount my kids have got from the school. It's great. Anyway, they don't think it's great, but the teachers are doing their best. So, what's our homework? To try and learn a song. Okay, so we've got this new book we're trying to formulate. Get some new songs put in there, and maybe sort of retire or archive some away. Okay, so I thought that we'll go through that process, but then this idea for the future of a performance book, and then the other idea was floated out there, and it was one that I'd always had, that maybe we should just be able to play a song without any of our regular crutches, by which I mean one of these. Okay, we play a lot of songs. Okay, our book's 150, going to be 150 songs long, or whatever number it ends up being, depending on whether or not we can bear to lose any. Then we can never master all of those by heart. It would be a big ask. I would never think to ask people of that. But maybe there's some songs that we could just learn. Okay, so we don't need a chord sheet because we know the chords because they're dead simple. We don't need the lyrics because we've sung it so often. We should know it by heart by now, really. And so and some might know the lyrics and some might know the chords, but it means that we could just come together as a group at any point, not have to fish out stands or books, and just play a song. Be a good way to warm up and things like that. Now, maybe for another time, we'd have a look at a song that I think we've played more than any other song, which is Singing the Blues. Okay, it's a challenge for you to sort of try and do. Maybe try and break that down a little bit. But I thought I'd go for something a little bit simpler. Okay, it's only got 3.5 songs. Okay, because one of them's the 7th of the normal song chord. Okay, and it would be I hear that train a coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Fulsom prison, and time keeps dragging on, and I hear that lonesome whistle come down from San Antone. Okay, and then we get all the other verses in there as well. But that's what I aim to try and get us to be able to play, so when we come back together we could just play that and just turn the projector off and we could just play it and have fun. Now the thing about being able to do that is if you can play it without having to look at the chord sheet, without having to look at the lyrics, then you don't have to go, I hear the train a coming, I'm rolling round the bend. Looking down at your music. You can actually be looking, and I'm trying to actually, it's a trick with recording on these cameras and stuff like that. I'm tempted to look over here, which is where my where my screen is, but you guys are actually underneath here where the actual camera is. But it means, if you know the chords and the lyrics, you can look, you can eyeball the audience. I hear that train a coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Okay, except I can see the sunshine straight outside. It's sort of shining in. It's quite nice. So it means you can look at the audience, you can engage with them and smile at them, smile more, and it's just great to be able to free yourself from having to look at the stand. Now we can't always avoid it, okay, but if there's a few songs there that you really, really like, your challenge would be to see what you could learn to play so that you don't need to worry about what's on the screen. You're just listening to the rest of the group and you're playing along and it's all free and easy. Okay, so I thought Fulsom Prison Blues. Okay, I thought of that initially because of the chords, but then the more I think about it, with us all being stuck inside, we're in our own little personal Fulsom prison, I guess. Hopefully we're able to get a little bit of fresh air in our gardens or by taking out a dog or otherwise for a walk, Just stepping up to make sure you make enough coffee. Lovely. So, yes, Fulsom Prison Blues then, okay? Now, the thing about Fulsom Prison Blues is it follows a classic chord progression that we see in lots of other songs, okay? For a challenge, if I'm putting this on YouTube, I don't know if it's YouTube or Facebook, I'll link it somehow into the club anyway. You can say what other songs that you think are in our book that are in essentially a 12-bar blues sort of line. Okay, so 12-bar blues, that basically implies 12 bars. Okay, so we do a set of 4 bars, another set of 4, and another set of 4, and then it's back to the start again. Okay, and so we're playing this in G, which is our starting chord. It's chord number 1, or number 1. Okay, let's go number 1. Okay, so chord number 1. So that whole first line, okay, is the first 4 bars of our song. So I hear that train a coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. So right at the very end we just go to a G7, okay, but it's still basically a G, and you could get away with just playing a G. It doesn't really matter, just for the sake of learning the song you could just stick with G, but you know, it adds a little bit of colour. Okay, so that's your first line, and it's the first line of every verse. It's always the same. We're starting on that G for that whole line. Then we come to the next section. Okay, so the train coming, don't know when. Okay, it's when I don't have the chord sheet in front of me. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this sort of legitimately as well. So, and I ain't seen the sunshine. Hear that train a coming, it's rolling by me. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Fulsom prison, and time keeps dragging on. Okay, so it's a load of C followed by good old G again. Okay, so C is the 4th chord in the key of G. Okay, so you start off with G, and it goes D, E. No, it doesn't go D, E. I did that before. I do know my alphabet. I'll need to ask my daughter. So it goes G, okay. Then it goes to A, B, C. So C is our 4th chord. Okay, so that's what you do in a 12-bar blues. Whatever is your number 1, you go up to number 4. Okay, and so for us here, that's going to be the C chord. Okay, so again, if you're thinking about other songs out there, I'm not going to talk about playing in other keys, but you could figure out what that number 4 would be from a different key. Okay, so we do 4, so we do half the line in C, then back to G again. Okay, then we come to the last line, which is the 5th chord. So after a C becomes D. Now, it's not just a normal D, although you could play a D if you liked, but it tends to be a 7th, okay? Because music rules. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay, we could get really into the theory, but I think this will do us. So it's half the line in D7, and back to G again. Okay, so there we have it. That's the basic thing. So we start off, the whole first line is in G, with a little bit of colour at the end. Okay, then we do the next section, which is C, back to G, okay, and then it's D7, back to G again, okay? Now I'm saying we all know these chords. We do, don't we? No, we must do. Okay, so G, okay, maybe it looks like that. Let's see if that works. Otherwise I'm just pointing to a bit of empty space and there's nothing there. So, okay, C, oh, G7. There it is again. And we've got a C. Up there again. Okay, we go back to G, and then eventually we have the D7. Back to G again. Okay, so let's just play through without any singing, just play through one verse. Okay, you can always go back and play this bit again, just so you get it where you don't have to have written anything down. Okay? Alright, here we go. Alright, how'd you get on? If you need to do it again, just do it again. It's fine. You know, you've all got your own spaces to do it in, hopefully, and you can just try it again. Okay? So, let's say you've tried it once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. If you do it anymore, doesn't matter. Just pretend you only did it once. You got it right the first time. That's the genius of editing. Okay, so we've gone through the verse a few times, okay, and I think we've all got it. So then the next tricky bit is just to try and remember all the words. Okay, now maybe a step in learning this could be that you get your printout, your regular printout of the song, and you just get a black marker pen and you just scribble over where all the chords are so you can't read them. Okay? I might even have a song sheet that I'll link to, maybe down below the video somewhere, somehow. Haven't decided where I'm going to put this thing yet. Okay, so there we go. So we've got our chords, okay? All nice familiar ones that we've done in the club loads and loads of times. You've tried the verse without the lyrics a few times, okay? Now if you want to have the lyric sheet, try and have it without the chords, because that's the important thing, to try and sort of take ownership of the song, make the song yours, okay, as opposed to just following it along step by step as it appears on the on a screen. Okay, there's something really nice about being able to just pick up an instrument and just play and know that you've got a few songs there. Okay, it's really good when you've finally know that you can just look away from the screen, you can put the music down and you can just play a song, and it's great. Okay, you just have to, if you haven't done it before, it's a real sense of achievement if you can play through an entire song without having to follow religiously along with the with the chord list and the song sheet. Okay, so without further ado, let's go run through it, okay, and see how we get on. Okay, so we'll just sort of run into it with a few G chords just to get up to speed. Train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Fulsom prison, and time keeps dragging on. I'd hear that lonesome whistle on down to San Antone. There is a little bit of a cheat. If you just watch my hands, you might have been able to sort of copy which chords I was doing, okay? But give it a go, see how you get on. If you like this, great. If I put it on YouTube, you can like down below if you want. Yeah, we maybe see if we can do another song or something like that. It's mainly aimed at folk that are coming along to the Skipton Ukulele Club, so you've got all the song sheets and stuff like that, but you can, if anyone else ends up watching this, you can find all the chords and everything all over the place, and just have fun with it. Alright, so thanks very much. Bye.